Dee Hock, Birth of the Chaordic Age. Embark on a journey with us as we explore Birth of the Chaordic Age by Dee Hock. This book questions the relevance of hierarchical, command and control organizations, which have dominated our lives for the past 400 years. In today's complex and diverse society, Hock proposes that we need a new organizational model based on shared purpose, community values, and continuous evolution. Discover the 6 key elements essential to building Chaordic organizations and how Visa's birth reflects these principles. Learn how a Chaordic organization's pursuit should not be profit-driven but focused on benefiting the community. As you read, let yourself imagine the kind of organizations that can better serve both humanity and our planet.
The need for chaordic organizations. The industrial age gave birth to hierarchical organizations that are now irrelevant and destructive. Society needs a new kind of organization based on shared purpose, community values, and the higher aspirations of people. This kind of organization is known as a chaordic organization and is in a constant state of becoming, rather than having a fixed destination. Creating a chaordic organization involves 6 elements: purpose, principles, people, concept, structure, and practices. The development of Visa serves as an example of this process. A chaordic organization is a response to the exploding diversity and complexity of global society and offers a solution to the problems caused by compelled behavior and the tyranny of modern organizations. The Chaordic Organization. A chaordic organization is centered around a purpose that brings value to the community, with principles developed accordingly. This process of forming an organization begins with purpose and continues with principles, people, and concept, before proceeding to structure and practice. Leaders act as guides and inspire the core group to evoke ideas of purpose and principles from the community. Making a profit is not the purpose of a chaordic organization, but rather an objective or necessity. Once the purpose and principles are established, the organization discusses and decides on the people, existing organizations, governance, rewards, rights, obligations, and interests of the larger community. Afterward, the organization becomes a legal reality with a created document, outlining the ideals of purpose, principles, people, and concept. The keys to success are finding the right people who are drawn to the organization's ideals and the natural harmony with the human spirit. Finally, leaders should not command and control actions but act as trustees who have created an enabling organization in harmony with the human spirit and the natural world. Chaordic Organizations. Dee Hock, the founder of Visa, proposes the idea of chaordic organizations, which embrace the principles of living systems, allowing for spontaneous order to arise. He believes that traditional command and control structures are ineffective and that chaordic organizations are the solution to the issues faced by modern organizations. Hock's experiences in banking and his love for nature led him to realize that institutions were being treated like predictable, controllable machines, and that this led to society and the biosphere being in disarray. He proposes that creating chaordic organizations can address these issues, promote balanced cycles of giving and receiving, and create more satisfying organizations. Hock's chaordic organizational approach played a crucial role in developing the credit system that led to the creation of Visa. Chaordic Leadership. The book emphasizes chaordic organizational systems, emphasizing the need for leaders who lead by influence, not force. The author believes that old management styles focused on authoritarianism and lacked self-management, paving the way for new management methods. The author emphasizes that the responsibility of a manager is first to manage themselves before attempting to lead others. By recognizing and nurturing the natural leadership potential present in everyone, the leader can inspire people to do their best and exceed their potential. The essence of self-governance. Chaordic organizations are built on mutual agreements that contain both the essence of the organization and self-governance. Agreements form the basis of an organization, and management cannot specify these relationships in detail. Instead, they should focus on describing the intent, sense of direction, and principles of conduct. Social relationships are too complex to have agreements about particulars, and a renewed sense of community can only be achieved by embracing the ideas of agreement and self-governance. When people have a shared purpose and principles, the appropriate types of actions to support the organization's goals will emerge from these ideals. Reimagining organizations for rapid change. In a world where change is happening rapidly, organizations need to become more spontaneous and responsive. The reduction of float in various industries signifies the growing speed of change. However, institutions have not kept pace with this change and are still operating on centuries-old concepts. The author suggests that organizations need to adopt chaordic principles to create more flexible and spontaneous structures. The idea is to develop organizations that can adapt and respond to chaotic, fast-moving, and complex times. The author provides examples of how the time needed to create new technologies and diffusing customs has greatly reduced, but institutions are still lagging in this regard. This book presents a powerful message for organizations to challenge their traditional structures and design an approach that embraces the unpredictability and spontaneity of the modern world.
As we wrap up our exploration of the birth of the Chaordic Age, we come to appreciate the need for modern organizations to evolve beyond the outdated, hierarchical, and profit-driven models. The Chaordic Organization, as described by Dee Hock, is built on a foundation of shared purpose, community values, and continuous evolution, offering a more harmonious and effective way to navigate our complex world. Hock's experiences and reflections from his journey with Visa serve as both inspiration and guidance for what is possible when we challenge the status quo. Embrace these key takeaways and consider the potential impact of applying these principles in your understanding of organizations, leadership, and true community-driven success.